It's not quite like that. I need to prove to myself I can provide as I grow old, alone. I can't scurry off in search of a man each time I run into an obstacle. No, I think you're trying to convince yourself more than anyone else. We all see what you've achieved in the short time you've been in Logan Meadows. Her admiring glance around Storybook Lodge, at the different sections of books, even in their meager state, warmed Tabitha. I love spending time in your cute little shop, Jessie continued. Reminds me of a dollhouse. It's my favorite place to visit. They'd had this conversation before. Everyone and their brother had turned out to help the new town spinster. She shivered. How she hated that title. Why was a man handsomer and more respected as he grew older, even if he chose to remain a bachelor forever, but a woman was just an old maid? Past her prime? Only good for baking for church socials or mending old socks? It wasn't fair. She was the same woman she'd been at 19, only wiser by a country mile. What about that gray hair you pulled from your temple this morning? Tabitha? I'm sorry, I got lost. In your thoughts? I know. I guess that's normal for a bookstore owner with all the places you can read about every single day, since you don't have a family to do for or suppers to cook. Pain sliced Tabitha, but she didn't look away. Jessie quickly reached for Tabitha's arm. I'm so sorry. That didn't come out the way I'd intended. I just meant, I understand. I'm sure most married women dream of time to do as they please. By the time chores are complete, nighttime has fallen and the day is over. Then, once in bed, lying next to their husbands, no, I won't go there. Jessie Logan was a dear friend. She'd been Tabitha's first customer on the day the shop had opened. Her husband, Chase, had learned to read in the last few years and seemed to be making up for lost time. After the Logans' costly purchase of several books, Tabitha had offered to lend them some from her personal shelf upstairs. No one here in Wyoming territory had pockets filled with gold, unless you counted family love as such. The Logans had gladly accepted her offer, but only if they could pay a fee when they returned the copy. One book turned into 3, and then 5, and before she knew what had transpired, she had her own small lending library in the corner of the store. That was fine. Tabitha wasn't trying to earn a fortune. Only enough to get by and pay her monthly loan to Uncle Frank. Just because her uncle was the owner of the town bank, she didn't expect special treatment. She'd make her own way without his help, too. For now, she was paying off her debt with the savings she'd earned while assisting at the library back home. She looked forward to the day the shop would pay for itself. Now, back to the problem at hand, she said. If the two of us push down at the same time, maybe we can pry off the lid together. So you'll accept my help? Of course. I'm not stupid, Jessie, just stubborn. You're a woman, I'm a woman. I welcome a hand from you. She winked and then went back to the crate. Seesawing the claw prongs under the well-constructed lid, she beckoned her friend over. Now, you hold here and I'll take it here. 1, 2, 3. They both heaved down. The corner lifted in a cracking of splintering wood, but the loud crash that followed wasn't the lid coming off. Both women spun around. Shane stood next to the window, a shattered water glass at his feet. Shane! Jessie let go of the hammer and rushed to her son, hefting Shane into her arms. The door opened and Chase Logan stepped in. At 31, Jessie's husband was a man who drew attention. The few lines fanning from his eyes and his tanned face from working out in the elements actually added to his appeal. Wide-set shoulders and strong arms offset his trim waist. He would catch any woman's eye,